Everybody, welcome back to Frank Presents the Play Call. I was gonna do something different. I just had a brain fart. Anyways,
I was literally about to go, welcome.
yeah, welcome back to Frank's Unsolicited Advice,
I
right?
have to say, oh, was it I that was supposed to talk? My bad.
No. Anyway, welcome back. We're here.
Happy here.
Happy Wednesday, right? Anyway, join with the team. June, bottom left corner of my screen. Bree, bottom top right, and Nikki's bottom right. So, anyways, how y'all doing? Bree, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Just ate some more blueberry waffles, drinking my water.
Okay. June, I see you driving. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good. Left the meeting with America's Next Heroes.
Yeah. And Nikki, what's up?
Hey y'all, Happy New Year. I mean, I'm blessed and highly favored.
Yeah. Anyway, so as you can see, we're wearing shirts. We have cups. Thanks to June putting the time in and get this going for us.
Listen, I wasn't going to talk about the cup,
but I got my water right here.
Look at Nikki. Nikki's like, why you gotta push it up, Nikki. You gotta put your elbow.
No, because I'm trying to do something with this water cup every day now. So yeah. I don't want to get off track with how much water I'm drinking.
Listen,
Frank,
all I was gonna say was
but I have
June, because I wasn't gonna give it to you, but June, the cup really surprised me. It really warmed my heart. So you started 2022 on the right foot. I really, truly appreciate it. It really did warm my heart, even though I told the people not to tell me. And Frank takes a picture and sends it to us at the group chat. But anyway,
oh my gosh,
June, it warms my heart. That's all that matters.
Nikki's one of them people that can't let it go. Let it go.
No, Nikki's one of those people that always blame everybody but herself.
Facts.
Excuse me? First of all, Bree, isn't that exactly what Frank did?
Oh, you know what? I had a brain fart. I sent my weekly pics in without having hours done yet.
Yes, he did it, but we had the conversation prior to him putting the cup in the group chat.
Did you ever say it was a cup?
No, but we said don't put it in the dishwasher.
Did June ever say it was a cup?
No, I said I know not to put in a dishwasher because I have
nobody ever said.
She said tumbler.
Nobody. No, you did not. No,
yes,
you did not. No, see now you added.
Nikki, you said yesterday that you didn't even hear the conversation. So how are you gonna tell me what I said?
Did.
If you quote unquote did not hear the conversation.
Let me tell you what happened, because these people, they're too much.
Who's these?
So
listen. What?
America wants to know what happened. So let me tell them.
Okay.
Right.
June sent our stuff and he texted me, he was like, hey y'all, I put your stuff in the mail, but I have a surprise in there and don't be judgmental. Me being me, I said, F that, I'm judging. So I'm going to judge, okay? So Bree ended up getting hers first, right? So Bree opens the package and she shows her t-shirt. And I was like, hey, don't tell us what the surprise is, right? So Bree says, okay. So June says, just don't put it in the dishwasher. And Bree said, I won't. I know not to put it in the dishwasher. That's all that was said. The next day, his Frank, you think Frank sent him the picture of the shirt? Hell, motherfucking no. He sends a picture of the damn cup. And I'm like, Frank. I politely asked, and he was like, oh, Bree, they ain't trying to throw it on Bree. He was like, you must have not was listening to Bree yesterday. And I was like, Bree never said anything. And then we get on the phone and Bree was like, oh no, June said don't put it in the dishwasher. And I said, I wasn't even paying attention. Like I obviously heard him, but I didn't put two and two together. Like I was like, I don't, whatever. Don't put, like, I don't care what he's talking about. Just don't show us what the gift was. So now all of a sudden, and I stood up for Bree. because Frank threw Bree under the thingy. You didn't listen to Bree. And I was like, don't do Bree, because Bree didn't show us shit. She didn't say nothing. Your ass.
I didn't even throw
Look
Bree
at damn
under the bus. What I said was you didn't pay attention to the conversation earlier.
Oh, see? Now, Bree, he didn't say your name. He said you didn't listen to what Bree said.
Yes, but I not throw under the bus. We saying that, yo, we had the conversation.
That's
What
not
you was trying,
No.
trying to insinuate. You see these motherfuckers. This I can't
First
deal
off,
with them
first-
on a daily basis. I need to be like June and only get on this and talk to them on motherfucking Wednesday.
Are you finished or are you done? I just want to know.
I'm done.
Okay, cool.
I hate you.
All right.
I hate you. You're
So
gonna
week 17
Wednesdays.
recap.
Exactly.
So
This
Is it true?
yeah, Bree, take it away.
Okay, which I'm now starting to put our topics in order
Okay.
on the notes. So whenever I do the descriptions, I don't forget what we talk about.
Okay. Okay.
So on Sunday, January 2nd, the Bills defeated the Falcons 29-15. The Bears defeated the Giants 29-3. The Bengals defeated the Chiefs 34-31. The Titans defeated the Dolphins 34-3. The Raiders defeated the Colts 23-20. The Patriots defeated the Jaguars 50-10. The Buccaneers defeated the Jets 28-24. The Eagles defeated Washington football team 20-16. The Rams defeated
Easy
the
work.
Ravens 20-19. Chargers defeated the Broncos 34-13. 49ers defeated the Texans 23-7. Cardinals defeated the Cowboys 25-22. Saints defeated the Panthers 18-10. Seahawks defeated the Lions 51-29. The Packers defeated the Vikings 37-10. And on Monday, January 3rd, the Steelers defeated the Browns 26-14.
Now, with that being said, the winner of week 17 is Bree. Bree got
Period.
13 correct predictions,
All right. Sorry.
followed
First
by first time, Jim.
I ain't saying that was Frank.
Followed by June and I. We tied with 12 correct predictions. And Frank came in with 11 correct predictions.
Frank, you see, the 1 week that you didn't pick Steelers, the 1 week you did it, look at you in last place. That's God.
Mhm.
No, look at that.
It's okay. It's okay.
For the season, which it ends, this will be our last season pick. June. Why the fuck? Because I read June. Frank is still in the lead and most likely will take it home with 173 correct predictions. Bree and I now tie with 160, and June is 152. So most likely, Frank will come in first place, and June will remain.
Hey, hold on, because I'm picking every team that you guys pick. I'm picking the opposite, and we're gonna put it on God's hands. Let's go.
And June will remain.
Let's go.
last.
Hey, let me tell you, and
Let's go.
pick'ems that me and June play, a dude got one wrong.
Insane.
One
I
entire.
got 2 wrong last week.
Not wrong.
Huh?
What was that? Which one did he get wrong?
Well, I'll tell you. Hold on. Give me a second.
That was the part of the Cowboys and Cardinals.
No, I know I saw it. Hold on. It's week 18.
Probably Samantha ass.
No, the Colts. He went Colts over Raiders.
No, that was a good pick.
So if he would have went Raiders on the upset, he would have had a perfect week.
That's what I need.
But let Nikki tell you we ruined her mojo.
No, you did. Y'all did. Y'all ruined it the week of Thanksgiving, but it's okay. It's okay.
All right.
Okay.
What's the next thing?
Did you try to rush me on me telling my truth?
No,
Nikki, you
And
told
the
your truth
truth?
you told your truth like 25 times.
you're like a battered woman. You tell your truth to anybody that's willing to listen. At Walmart, let me tell you what these people.
America is listening.
All right. So our first topic is the Washington football team announced it will unveil its new name and logo on February 2nd. The names have been
Oh shit.
The names
I
have been
thought they
narrowed.
released some of their merch. Like it
Yeah.
says two bullshit.
I was
Right?
trying to
Yeah, they
get
got
that.
new helmets. Yeah, they got
you
new
let her
helmets.
finish the statement.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Bree. I got you.
They,
I'm sorry.
the names have been narrowed down to Armada, Presidents,
Well,
the Red Hawks, Commanders, Defenders, and Brigades.
half of them are trash.
All
the
of them are
president
trash.
trash. They all are. However, some are worse than others.
What are you doing? The Commanders?
I don't know. The president.
Red Hawks.
Right. The
The
president.
Brigades. The
The Brigades? I think the Red
Brigade
Hawks
sounds
are the
alright.
best one.
Yeah, Red Hawks.
The best one, yeah.
And then why somebody else
Armada.
that?
Armada.
Armada, like the Nissan, the car.
They sound like XFL teams.
Yes.
That's exactly what they
It's
sound
terrible.
like.
Hey, what was that one?
XFL
league?
and XFL.
Yeah.
Huh?
The AAC or AAC or something like that. The American thing that came out a while back had different
No,
teams.
football arena teams like the Jacksonville Sharks or something.
Yeah. That is the
What
worst.
was the Steelers and Eagles name back in the day?
The Eagles.
That's dope.
Shit like that.
I love.
Yeah,
I got a
that's it.
Eagles T-shirt.
Oh, horrible. That's horrible.
But that's
No, it's
putting two
terrible.
games together.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least, right? So y'all can still have some sort of your identity. This shit over here, I don't even. Excuse my language, America.
Don't start now. I mean, you've been going
I know,
strong.
and then I realized.
Okay.
Sugar honey iced tea this, F that, mother effing this.
Because y'all bring the worst out of me. But
What?
you know what? It's 22.
Look at her. Just go ahead, Bree. What's next on the menu?
Next is, and I have to clarify with Frank on this, but Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has now clinched his 15th straight season without a losing record. That is the most consecutive seasons to begin a career by any head coach in NFL history. In a league of parity and consistent coaching turnovers, Tomlin's consistency is incredible. So he started from the day he started head coaching till now. He's never had a losing season.
Let me give you a hand applause because Frank's not gonna do it.
I am. You spoke about it. Yeah. You do. I didn't see it wasn't clear to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how you gonna celebrate that when other, people done it?
Belichick has 19. No, like from the start.
You see how he said today? He said other people. He ain't say Bill this time.
Well, I'm trying
Yesterday,
Bill
I promise.
More than 15?
America.
Yeah, Bill has 19.
Yeah, I know that,
Bill
but is he the only one? 'Cause I think man.
Bill has 19, but Bill didn't start off as a winning.
No. In the Browns, he was sorry. He had one winning season out of, I think, the 5 or 6 he was there. So no. It's hard.
Good for Tom, man.
I told Frank the other day, I said, Mike Tomlin is my president.
Yes, she did say that. Look, Tomlin, you can say a lot about him. I'll say he's a good coach, defensive mind. He came from the Vikings. I remember when they hired him, and I thought it was a good pick because the Steelers are known for their defense. So why not? And he inherited a good team. He got a young quarterback that already won a Super Bowl, so was proven success. And I always said the Steelers find a way to draft well, some wide receivers and stuff like that in the draft. And I think he's done well for himself. I want to know what they're gonna do next year with Ben saying he's gonna exit. How's that gonna impact the team?
Dog says they're to get an Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
Well, if they get one of those,
and mind you, Aaron Rodgers was on the Manning show when he said that, and he didn't say anything.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna say nothing. I wouldn't say nothing either. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I wouldn't say nothing either.
I think for my take on this, before I pass it off, I feel that his accomplishment is dope. Winning seasons are hard to come by in the NFL, and especially in a division like that one that are, you had the Ravens always consistently good. Bengals, they were hit or miss, and the Browns were the Browns. So you had opportunity to still have some competition with the Ravens always consistently being a good team, and then the Bengals having their years at some point where they were doing good. And to do it then, I'm just curious to see what happens then. Next year, I hope that they do get one of these veteran quarterbacks. We can probably have a whole topic of how we feel Rodgers would fit in, Russell, or even a Deshaun Watson fit in, into that system. And maybe we could talk about it more in depth, but I think it'd be good. I want to see what's going to happen next. I want to see what they're going to do next year. The hype once that season ends is going to be ridiculous. I mean, once after the Super Bowl is going to be crazy. So we'll have stuff to talk about.
I mean, there's really not much more to say. I mean, hats off to him, 15 years straight, consecutively. It's so funny just thinking about it and thinking about comments this season that people saying, "Oh, get rid of Mike Tomlin, get rid of Mike Tomlin." How? How?
You don't have a reason for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have a reason. You know what I'm saying? So I hope America that said that feel a little shame of themselves because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Stats don't lie.
So we before we go to the next thing, kind of off topic real quick. Nikki and I were having a conversation today. And
we started and you said you was gonna call me back and you never called back, but okay.
Girl, I'll text you. So we was talking about a tweet I put up that shared about how the Jaguar fans are gonna come dressed up like clowns to make fun of the team because they didn't get rid of the general manager. And she figured like I was trying to be funny when I wasn't. I just found it interesting that they were gonna do that to make fun of the owner. And we've had these conversations off air, on air about how her team continues to struggle. And now they don't have the distractions of the head coach, getting a lap dance by some chick or him talking down to the coaches. But the topic I want to say, because it goes along with the consistency and the continuity of good coaching that Tomlin brings to the team, even though they had different offensive coordinators, you still had the same head coach. And the family, Rooney family, right?
Art Rooney.
Yeah, the Rooney family, they're not into the business of hiring new coaches just to be hiring them. I think from what I know, and I could be wrong, Bree, correct me, there's only been 3 head coaches.
There's only been 3 head coaches.
Yeah, the one before Bill Cowher, then Bill Cowher, and now Tomlin. And he's been there for 15 years. So how important is it to you guys? And me and Bree have benefited from having consistency in ownership, general managers, and coaches with success in the franchise. How do you think, how important, why do you feel that teams today don't give people the chance to turn a team around? If that makes sense.
That's a good question.
I have my opinion on it, but I want to hear you guys' opinion.
Frank, repeat it one more time so I can piece it together.
Okay,
so I say what I gotta say.
We're talking about Tomlin, 15 years success, right? First coach ever have his first 15 years as a head coach over 500. And we're talking about how other franchises like the Patriots had consistency. You guys had it when y'all had Andy Reid for a while down there in Philly, right? So Nikki was talking. The question Nikki posed to me was basically, why you want to fire the general manager? He's only been there for a year. You got rid of the head coach in less than a year. You keep changing it. So my question is, what do you think? How important is it to have consistency at that level? And do you think what's a good time frame to see a team like the Jaguars or the Lions try to turn it around?
So that's a good question, and that's a good question, man. And I'm gonna have to tie it in with another head coach that's not coaching in the NFL right now. He's coaching in college, and I'm gonna bring up the 49ers, right? I'm gonna bring up Harbaugh. The San Francisco 49ers had 8 losing straight seasons before Harbaugh, right? Harbaugh took over. They had a few winning seasons. They even took them to a Super Bowl. And then he still stepped down. So to me, it boils right back down to the elephant in the room when it comes to being successful in that type of topic or subject. So as you have that success, if you're not able to reach what you're there for, at what point do you step down and do you I don't know, venture out to do what you have to do. You have the players, you have the picks, you have the I don't know, the organization, so to speak. So I mean, at what point do you start looking? The GM, yeah, that's a factor. So I mean, the damn Jaguars. I mean, that's I don't know, man. I don't want to pick on the Jaguars, but geez, you guys got an issue down there, all the way around that organization. And the thing with Tomlin's great. You know what I'm saying? But then again, as he's successful, he's done great things, but so did Harbaugh at one point, and he just couldn't do it. So now that's a different talk about Harbaugh coming back to the NFL. That's a different topic. But I kind of look at it that way too. You got Harbaugh, successful, 40-something, I don't know, 45 and 18, but whatever it was, 0 wins. He couldn't cross the line. So at what point, I mean, that's an organizational thing. In my opinion, it's kind of hard to say. It's super hard to say. It's just.
I also think it depends on, like June said, the type of organization it is. June brought up something good, and he said that he's going to bring up college, which I went to a little bit, just this little snippet, like Urban Meyer, right? When he coached with the Gators, he was phenomenal. You know, he had Tim Tebow, he had the Pouncey brothers, he had Aaron Hernandez, like he had like that squad. He went to Ohio State and did this, like was phenomenal with Ohio State too, you know, having a good winning season. And in college, you have to have at least 6 wins to make it to a bowl game. And that's considered like a winning season if you make it to a bowl game in college. So he was consistently making it to bowl games, both with Florida and with Ohio State. But if you look at another amazing college head coach, you have, sorry, hold on, I gotta speak.
Bless you.
God bless you.
You have Nick Saban, who is phenomenal. Do you think if Nick Saban was to leave Alabama, he could still do the same things he was doing at Alabama in a different college, right?
Well, remember, Saban left college, went to the league, failed horribly, went back to college. Pete Carroll went back to college and then came back to the NFL. You know, I want Nikki to give her piece because it really something that pertains to more her organization.
One more.
So go ahead.
Sorry. And Jimbo Fisher, right? Everybody knows Jimbo Fisher was amazing, phenomenal at Florida State. He left Florida State and went to Texas A&M, and you never hear about Jimbo ever again.
Oh, I want her to go, and then I'm gonna say something because I think it really comes down for me in what I see. But I'll let her go. Go ahead, Nick.
All right. So I think we're talking about 2 different things, but they intertwine with each other, right? So I'm gonna start first off talking about college, which is something I brought up with a conversation that we had. College, and we all know this, college is not the same as NFL, period, right? I also feel like in college, people are recruited. You get what I'm saying? So the prime example, we're talking about old dude that changed and wants to go to Jackson State. Ain't that what's it called? Whatever school that he changed because he wants to, the hype is HBCU schools are just as good as all these other schools. So I only bring that up to say that college, they're recruited. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, hey, if you want, and to say this is to say this. You have seen the success with certain colleges, right? So when you talk about Alabama, we have seen the success. We've seen it for the children or the kids or the young men now that have left from Alabama and there's an NFL, right? So I understand why these children want to go there, but and I'm not taking away from the coaches, you know what I'm saying? But I also feel like, you know, you recruit. You can't do that in the NFL, right? So,
but I don't want to cut you off.
Recruit
really fast.
I don't mean recruit like you going to somebody's house and saying, "Come to my school," which sometimes happens. I'm just saying that these children pick certain schools because of the legacy they have with certain. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. Say what you want to say, Jim.
But now it boils right back down to the coach, right? Because now when you're in college, now we're talking about the organization. And when you're in college, if your team is getting all these top, 300 players or whatever the case is, and now though you're not recruiting them to the NFL, now you got to put the blame in the organization, in the GMs, in the head coach, because they're supposed to be training these folks that are not professionals. So the blame has to go right back to it. So the Jaguars,
I'm gonna bleed there.
Fire that damn GM.
I'm gonna bleed there.
No.
I'm gonna bleed there. I started here, and I said that there are two different things, but they're intertwined, right? So I'm gonna go there. Now, when we move on to the NFL, I do agree with you, June, in a sense, right? Everybody has a mother freaking job, and if you're not good at your job, we need to find somebody that is good. However, you have to allow time to tell the story. The only reason now that the only reason today we're talking about Mike Tomlin having 15 years is because he was allotted 15 years. If after year 2 or year 3, they're like, I think he's done well. You get what I'm saying? But I think somebody else can do better. He wouldn't have 15 years straight. You know what I'm saying?
But he also got a good team.
Yeah. June, I'm not against what you're saying. I'm not against what you're saying, because that's going to go to my next point, right? You cannot expect when you're, and this is my team, right? When you have a season out of 16 games, you won 1 game. There's no way that you expect the next season you're going to be 500. No way. There's a reason why you only won 1 game. And you cannot fix that reason all in 1 year. You cannot fix it all in 1 year. So my only issue with firing everybody is, where is the continuity? Where can we, we're here. We have to continue to build from here. And the only way we can continue to build from here is people doing their job and having some type of consistency. Listen, you fired the general manager, you put another person, now you got to figure out this person's new scheme. You fired the head coach, now you got to figure out his new scheme. You know what I'm saying?
So here's my thing, and I agree with both of you, but I will say this, and I've said this plenty of times. Owners need to be owners, GMs need to be GMs, and coaches need to be coaches. It's only a few times see the head coach be the GM. Belichick's one of those, and he's been highly criticized for his lack of finding wide receivers in the draft. He'll do good with tight end, defensive players, he gets them. But when it comes to wide receivers and other stuff like that, it like N'Keal Harry hasn't panned out. A lot of people feel that he found Brady. It was a gem that he found. He just got lucky. He picked them and it just happened to work. But for your team, for example, it takes a lot of vision for somebody to come there, right? So you got these veteran players probably looking at a place to start fresh. But what I want to come to your team where I know the owner is not going to give people time to do their jobs. Your head coach makes a difference. See, Tomlin inherited a team already from Bill, and all he had to do was keep it going through the years. And it mattered that he had a staple of a quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger, proven, Super Bowl winning, don't throw the ball. He had the recipe there. All he had to do was maintain it and improve on certain areas. The Eagles, when Andy Reid left, they had an organization. Chip Kelly came there. They went to the playoffs with Nick Foles under center. Chip Kelly had a bad season. They got rid of him, and then I think they brought Doug Peterson in. Then they won a Super Bowl. But that's not, you don't always see that. But they had pieces there already to make it. Your team doesn't have those pieces. So if I'm a veteran, let's say for some hell froze over and Belichick gets fired from the Patriots. As a matter of fact, I'll give you an example. When Tom Coughlin went down there to be the general manager of your Jaguars, I thought you guys was going to go all the way. Because when he went to the Giants as the head coach, he turned that organization around. They didn't like him because he would find players. He wouldn't play you if you came late to walkthroughs, and they won a Super Bowl under him. No, two, I think. Two, yeah. They won 2 Super Bowls under him against the Patriots. So I thought by going there and being a GM, he was going to turn that around. He tried, and you guys did go to the playoffs. I want to say the AFC Championship against the Patriots.
Yeah, we did. That's what we lost. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's possible, but the environment has to change. And
that's what killed him. I think he was a strickler, like, you know what I'm saying? And times has changed a little bit, and he didn't evolve with the time. And you know, you rub so many people wrong, and at that time, that's when Ramsey wanted to leave. Like, you had more people that were superstars on the team that wanted to leave. So instead of getting rid of all these other, which eventually we did, they wanted to get rid of Coughlin, which whatever, you know. But I agree with you. Like, if every year, oh, this didn't work, this person didn't like this person, da 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 da, we ain't never gonna pick up. There ain't no way. And like you said, we don't have the pieces. We have so many holes. That's why I sent y'all the stat of Blake Bortles rookie year and Trevor Lawrence, because everybody hate Blake. Everybody did. And I said it, and I stand by what I said. I didn't think Blake was never our weakest link. You get what I'm saying? Clearly.
No. I think to go into to cap it up, right? It just goes back down to where if you want a winning environment, you foster a winning environment, and you allow people to do what they do to get the team turned around. As something Tomlin said to Chase Young when they played him, he said, "I don't want to have to lose as many games to get a player like you in the draft." There's a reason why there's a reason why the Washington football team got Chase Young, because they wasn't winning. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And some coaches don't want to go through that. But when you have a system in place, and this is a topic that we could talk about later, because I know Bree got her order, and I don't want to go off of that, so I'll save it for later. But when you have a system in place, it makes a big difference to have continuity and consistency to win. You know, but Bree, what's the next one?
Antonio Brown.
Oh Lord.
So with the debacle of Antonio Brown leaving the game on the third quarter, taking his jersey off, his shirt, throwing it into the stands and his gloves, hyping the crowd out in the end zone and going off, then trying to catch an Uber because the state troopers wouldn't give him a ride to the airport. Head coach Bruce Arians says he is no longer a Buck. And to this day, he's still not on the free agent wire. And they don't.
He's still a Buck.
He's still a Buck, and they look like they might not cut him.
And he didn't go to practice again today.
Yeah, he didn't go to practice. Now,
but he's in Tampa. He's in Tampa because he was at the restaurant last night. But he ain't go to practice.
So my thing is, so we all jumped to conclusions. We didn't know. None of us knew. I was watching the game. None of us knew what happened. It was one of those things like, what I thought it was halftime when it happened, to be honest. So what they're saying is that he felt that he was injured off his ankle. They have reports that he didn't practice throughout the week, and that he felt the ankle wasn't 100%. He said Bruce Arians told him to go back in. He said no. And then I guess eventually Bruce Arians said, get the fuck off the field. So if, in my opinion, we all agreed that it was unprofessional what he did.
Most
right?
definitely.
I think we talked about it ad nauseum that day. June was lost. Like, what happened? We send them all the videos. Because the videos don't show nothing. But if he is injured, if his ankle's that bad, do you think he should risk it and go back in?
No. But that goes back to the conversation that we had at the very, very beginning of the season when it came to Carson Wentz. And when the head coach spoke on Carson Wentz's injury and said, he'll be good by week 6. For granted, Carson Wentz was, but you don't dictate that, okay? Like, you don't dictate when your player is ready to play, because that is their body, and you do not want to mess them up. Because what if he wasn't? Like, what if he wasn't? And you're already making plans, and you're already telling people when someone's injured, when they are going to be done. Are you a doctor? Did you prescribe them? Did you tell them the time that they need it? You know your own body. So you know when you are at 100%, you know when you are right, or when you are right to play. You know everything about your body. I can't tell
perfect
Frank
is-
his body's, oh, you're fine. You'll be okay. If Frank feels like he's about to freaking die, I can't tell him, oh, you're fine. You're okay. No,
Exactly.
that's not my body. I can't feel what he feels. So I think it was wrong for jumping to conclusions and saying, oh yeah, he go on the field. Like you're good to play. And if no, I'm not 100%. Okay, well go on the field or goodbye. I would have said, okay, well then goodbye, because you clearly don't care about me.
Exactly.
Listen, a perfect example. Did y'all see how Baker Mayfield played on Monday? We all
Which
know
Frank-
Baker ain't 100.
But which Frank brought it up, he should have said something a long time ago. Because why are you just now saying that I am beat the fuck up and I need to speak with my agent and I need to speak with my family because I need surgery and to dictate if whether or
No,
not
Baker did say that. They say he said that. But they said, they just didn't determine when he was gonna get surgery. But you know what? I only brought him up to say, bro, if you're not 100, you're not 100. This is the reason we had this conversation last week. And we weren't even talking about AB. We're talking about Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I think this is based off of what we heard, you know what I'm saying? Because they say he got cleared to play the game. Like, no, I understand that, but I know my body. You know what I'm saying? You can look at the x-ray, everything looks good. It don't feel 100%. It looks good. It doesn't feel 100%.
Mm.
Now, with that being said, it still was very 100%, 150% unprofessional of AB to lead like that. You get what I'm saying? It was very unprofessional. You know what I mean?
yes.
But no. But you know what? It goes back. In the beginning, even before we knew all of that, we always said, or I always thought that, you know what? Maybe AB was like, F this. Because Bruce Arian been on my tail. Because everybody been saying, like, oh, he's going to get rid of him. Oh, he's going to get rid of him. And I thought maybe he was just like, you know what? F this. I'm over this. You've been on my thing. But now to hear that he said he ain't 100%, the reason why? Nah, bro. That you out of pocket all the way.
What
all
I
the
want
way.
to say really fast too is a lot of these coaches and stuff, whether it's any coach in the NFL, got to remember that these players ain't your kids. You can't just be talking to
Right.
these type of way like this.
Grown
They
men.
are grown ass men.
And I will say this, and so look, he was wrong for walking off the field on the team. That was wrong. He should have handled it different, especially when you have people that are vouching you. Like when you have Tom Brady saying, look, I want you here, come stay here.
Right.
Let you
Right.
stay him at his
Right.
house, do whatever he needs to do to make you feel comfortable.
Right.
And you said it on camera, that you owe him a lot for giving you the chance and you appreciate the relationship. You should take those things into consideration because
Right.
when you make certain actions, you're not just offending one player, you could be offending a bunch of
Yeah.
people, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are saying, well, oh, this is Brady's fault because he brought him there.
No.
They should have checked him, whatever. Now the next question is, why haven't cut him? We all have
Right.
that we support, right?
Because they don't want another team to pick them up that's about to go into the playoffs and then they lose and
You
then they
think
go
that?
to the Super Bowl.
That's it.
But you think that's what it is? Because I don't think
Yeah.
no other team would pick up.
Oh no,
AB.
they will.
No,
I think AB
that's
need
no,
somebody.
yeah.
The Cowboys need him. Listen, AB for 6 years straight was the best wide receiver in the league when he was in Pittsburgh. 6 years, you can't stop him against man, against zone, against Jesus. The man was catching the ball. Now,
And I used to literally go to bat with people
Yeah.
when people tried to say Michael Thomas is better than AB. And I was like, excuse me? Michael Thomas has one safety on him. Okay. AB's getting triple team every single game and still making the plays that he's playing.
Now I will say this. I know it's gonna sound crazy. Some coaches will cut their nose to spite their face. Some coaches won't. Some organizations won't. All right. When you go up there at a parade, a boat parade at that, and you say, "Oh, we're gonna run it back. We bring everybody back. We're gonna do it again." And people are saying you lose 8B, you're not going to the Super Bowl because you lost Chris Godwin. I think AB is more important than Chris Godwin. That's just me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If I'm Bruce and the owner, like if let's say this is I'm the owner, Bruce is Nikki. You know what I'm saying? The GM is June.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I'm like, listen, we're not getting rid of him. And y'all probably be like, what? No, we're not.
Get rid of me? You trying to get rid of me?
We're not doing that because
Business is booming.
Yeah, it's booming. I want to win. Is it wrong? Maybe. Is it right? Maybe
But
not.
that's why Ebby not sweating it. He
But
gonna
he's
be
not.
on the basketball games.
Because look,
He in New York one day, back in Tampa the next day, going to a
people
restaurant.
forget that he did what he was supposed to do last year. I think that in life, we sometimes hold over your head things when you pay your dividends already. I brought you in last year to win a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what we did. This year's this year.
And you made that happen
Exactly.
as well. Like you
This year's this year. And on top of that, everybody wants to bring up the whole vaccination card. Oh, he should have been done after that. And when we bring up the thing with Aaron Rodgers, some people tell me, well, Aaron Rodgers didn't lie to the Packers. He's lied to the media. What?
he lied to the whole damn world. Shut the hell up.
He did commercials. He was wrong.
He's still doing commercials.
Yeah. So to
Well,
me,
now they probably won't tell us, but now he's vaccinated. Ain't no way he's not.
I tell you what, I don't think they're going to cut him because they don't want nobody else to pick him up. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's playing in the playoffs.
I don't think he would. Like AB is he's prideful.
No, money talks, and you got to think it's only 8 more catches. I think 50 million yards and 1 more touchdown. The man makes $1 million.
54. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's a lot. It's like in thirds, right? That contract was broken in thirds.
Mm-hmm.
So the catches, that's 333 grand. Touchdown, 333 grand. Snaps or whatever, receptions, 333 grand, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And even though his actions were as crazy as they were, I frankly believe that the level in his, the stage in his mind where he is mentally, that triggers something in there. And even though that is as crazy as it seems and his actions were as wild as they are, one, they always had that beef between him and Arians since he got picked up the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that also plays a big part in it. And the way, if Bruce Arians said he's off the Bucks, Bruce Arians is just one person in that organization. And I doubt he really has that much leeway, regardless of who you are.
Right.
I don't even think Bill Belichick has that type of power to say, let's cut him, because, he's been undercut from the Patriots, and look at his level and his success. So I still don't believe that it's not personal. I think there's some type of personal issue to it as well. But who knows? This is my opinion.
All right, Bree, what's the next thing?
Sorry, I was trying to find Toby's bone because he lost it.
I'm laughing at if I sent in the group on IG, but go ahead.
All right, TJ Watt now has 21.5 sacks this season. He is one more to break the record.
He'll get it this weekend. He'll get it.
No, that one more he'll tie it, but
Yeah, so he needs a 1.5 more.
Oh, he'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get it. Look, that boy, I don't know, man. And so look, in all fairness, he's great. We're not going to take none away from him. I wouldn't put the house on what they did against the Browns, because the Browns, they're just.
Yes.
But do I think he'll break the record? Yes.
Yes, definitely. But in 2019, he had the most sacks in that season. In 2020 and 2021 and 2022. And to me, I think it's so crazy because TJ Watt played offense in high school and college before he got to the league. They asked him, how did he become such a great defensive player only knowing offense? And he said that he watched YouTube. That's how he learned how to be the player that he is, by watching YouTube. So YouTube is the Bible when it comes to whether to be successful at something. YouTube. No, he's doing great. He had 4 sacks on Monday. That boy was eating. He was taunting.
Everybody was eating. The team got 9 total.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to give him credit where credit's due.
Most definitely.
And as long as he stays injury free, because his brother's injury prone. But as long as he stays injury free, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. He might be what the kids, like how we talk about Reggie White and the rest of them guys back then, is what they're going to talk about now in the future. I just feel like the Steelers have a good foundation on defense. If they can get back to what they were once on defense, then all they need is a quarterback to survive the games. I was telling June earlier today, Terry Bradshaw's numbers were not great in the Super Bowls, but that defense was killer. And
still curtain.
Yep. And we all know that defense wins championships at the end of the day. And if I just want to see what's going to do this week. I'm gonna tune in. I don't know. I'm gonna see what they do this weekend against the Ravens. If he can get the record, I think if he breaks the record, that'd be dope. And he should get Defensive Player of the Year. If he breaks the record,
he's leading.
He should get it. So, I mean, let's see what else.
Well, remember they said he led last year. He led last 2 years, so it's not about the record. But no, he definitely he gonna get it this year. I'm sorry to say this because I think he deserved it, but I think if he had got it previously, I think Parson would have got it this year. But now it's like, listen, no, yes, yeah.
It's the
now it's like,
vote.
look,
Honestly, I think people that vote.
I also think
for 3 years.
I also think that him being the highest defensive player being paid right now, he got to prove something at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because we seen what happened when Zeke got paid for being a nice running back. That dude ain't do nothing since. A lot of these players, once they get that check, it's not the same no more. Things ain't the same no more.
Zeke ain't been the same.
Things was all good just a week ago. You signed a new contract, and now you got millions. You're like, well, F that. I'll get a sack every 2 games and be good. Nah. So what else, Bree? What we got?
Big Ben's last home game in Heinz Field. Very emotional game. Very, very, very emotional game before the game started, at the beginning of the game, and after the game. I think it's when it hit a lot of people watching Ben cry and soaking it all in, and the fans wearing number 7 jerseys and the signs and the thank you Ben signs and the Big Ben signs. And Big Ben also 18 years on the Steelers and never had a losing season either. So Big Ben will go out never having a losing season in his entire NFL career. So congrats to Ben. Of course, I cried a lot, but motherfuckers was making it seem like this man was dying with all they sad posts and stuff. And, Jerome, I do want to talk about real fast, Nikki. Jerome Bettis was on ESPN talking about Ben, and what he said was it was beautiful. He said, I was on my last leg and I was very, very old and I was getting ready to leave the league. And the one thing I asked Big Ben, who's a fresh new quarterback, was, before I go, I want you to get me a Super Bowl ring. You're gonna get me a Super Bowl ring. And guess what Big Ben did? Big Ben got Jerome Bettis a Super Bowl ring before he retired.
Bettis fumbled at the 1. If it wasn't chasing that guy down, that game would have been over. And Ben saved that game because he chased the guy down and tackled him. But it was on a Jerome Bettis fumble at the 1. He was about to run it in. It popped out, and the guy took it and was running. And Ben, young self.
Ben, you see Big Ben. Oh crap. Yes. So and he said he got me that ring, and I will forever thank him for that. And I thought that was beautiful, especially because Big Buzz Bettis, I would be scared too if I said, you go get me my last Super Bowl ring before I retire. Like, okay, yes, I promise. So many players. Sorry, Frank. So many players, spoke really well about Ben. My dog is on my coffee table and I'm about to smack him. Get down. But they spoke so well. You have players who don't even never played on the Steelers have been like Edelman and Russ and Rodgers, but players that played with him. And you've had old Steelers like Le'Veon Bell, and you've also had AB speak high of him and everything, especially how they went out of Pittsburgh. It was just such a wonderful day and night and time for Ben. And also shout out to NFL. They changed their official Twitter page to Big Ben in their bio. So he has a lot to love, and everyone respects him. Everybody knows that he's going to the Hall of Fame. And I just thought it was so beautiful. Me personally, it's so sad because, you know, that's been my QB since I was 9 years old. So he basically raised me when it came to football. I went to my first Steelers game at 6. So I didn't really understand football at the age of 6 years old. But, you know, watching Big Ben and learning more and more about football as I'm getting older, and then that being my quarterback, June, stop. I'm not going to cry.
I'm about to say June, stop.
That being my quarterback, but also learning football more and more as I'm getting older. He basically raised me when it came to the sport that I love, you know, like I got my degree in sports broadcasting. This is all I want to do. And I want to thank Ben, because without him being the great quarterback for my team, like, I don't think I would be as more in love with this team or just football in general if it wasn't for my great quarterback. So.
And that's the beauty of it, you know, that is the beauty of it. Because sports does things for people, right? We've heard Nikki's story on how she followed the Jags and started liking football, and it's everybody's a pastime. Everybody, sports or teams and stuff have meaning to everybody, and for a reason you like it, whatever reason it is. Some people have a special reason and bond as to why they picked a team or saw something. So I think it's great, and you know, it speaks volumes for you as a fan and somebody that's looking to get into that field as a professional to actually give thanks. You know, athletes sometimes don't really know what they mean to the fans, you know. But that's I wish him well. I hope he, you know, whatever he does next in his next chapter in life is something that suits him. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to go on record and say Nikki cried on Monday when Big Ben came out the tunnel.
Listen, I'm an emotional person. Okay? This I know. I mean, look, I hate Ben. His time was up. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's okay, you know? But just for the fact, like, listen to what you said, like, he's meant so much to a lot of people, you know? I respect that. And after doing anything for a while, you know, I know for people that are going to retire out of the military or whatever, even though you're ready to go, like you sit down and, you know, a little bit, you know, shed one little tear, or, you know, have that one moment, even if you don't shed a tear, like, you know, damn, I've done this for X amount of years, and, you know, I'm about to start a new chapter. You start to reflect or whatever. So, yeah, it was touching. It's touching, all the little stories they told about him. And I thought Ben was cute when he was young.
His little goatee.
I
My
thought
baby
he
was
cute.
fine. My little baby was fine.
Yeah.
It's like you.
That's all Nikki kept saying. Though Nikki was like, Ben was cute. Hold on.
Yeah, man.
Nikki kept saying,
Ben
hold
was-
on.
It's like you said, you know, when I thought I was going to retire last year, there was times I get emotional. You start thinking about everybody you met, all the lives you
Everything
impacted,
you've done.
everything you've done, the memories, the people that have came in and out your life, you know, because it's like a team. You know, you transfer, you get traded off, you go somewhere else, and you meet people. You gotta learn how to trust new people and stuff. So it's emotional. It is very emotional.
I think somebody asked me the other day. I think my best friend asked. She was like, "Well, how did you meet Bree?" And I was like, "I met Bree through Frank." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been weeks that I talked to Bree way more than I thought. I mean, it's always weeks that we all three talk to each other. Way more. It's been the whole season.
June, you want to?
It's been the whole season. It's been the whole season. But
Hey, just remember, you don't have to make an impact by doing something on a daily basis.
you are correct. That's why you have made none.
He faded back. He faded back. All right, Bree, what's next?
Those are all the topics we have today that I have down that's really stuck out. Well, something came out today. They took Derrick Henry off of IR.
So, Nikki, you can start first with this one.
Okay, so I'm happy that you did bring that up because I thought about it. I personally think Derrick Henry next year,
Okay.
next season. I don't think that. Now listen, they have a good. I think what they're 11-5 or 10-5. Hold on, let me. The what's they call it? What's the name of that team?
Titans. I don't want to pull it up on mine because every time I pull up ESPN, a video clip comes
They
up.
are 11. I'll tell you right now.
I think they're 11-5.
They're 12-4. 12-4, I think. 12-4.
11.
12.
It better be 11.
Baby.
Whatever. You know,
They're 11-5.
I told you. I told you.
Never mind the business. Never mind the business. But anyway, so they had a good season. And obviously, I think he's been out 6 weeks, isn't it? 6?
Yeah.
6 to 8 weeks, you know. So they've won game without Derrick or whatever. But when I sit and I think, and this is going to be a hard statement I'm gonna make because honestly, it really is any given Sunday. We've said this damn near all season. Like, we can't believe that we're at week 18 and we just locked in. People just locked in their division last week. Some people still haven't locked in playoff seeds and all that. And it's the last game of the season, So a lot has happened this season. But I don't know. I just sit and think about the teams that are there, and I don't see the Titans as real contenders. Obviously, they're contenders, I just don't see them as real contenders. I also look at the last few years when Derrick was at, because a lot of people say if he's at 95%, they didn't make it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know if I will rush him coming back for them to be out the first round.
We'll say this. Last year, one of the differences, they only had A.J. Brown. And when you shut Henry down, or you slow him down, I should say, because not too many people can shut him down, they said that Tannehill had a hard time getting to other players. So they went out and got Julio Jones. Now, Julio Jones been injury-riddled this whole season, but he's being activated. So I think, this is just my belief, with a strong run game, Henry gives you that option of the illusion. It makes the defense have to stay honest. So they're going to load the box up because they don't want him to run. Now that allows A.J. Brown and Julio Jones and their other players to get out and start doing something different in the outfield. And with enough protection to Tannehill, he might be able to be a passing quarterback and get it down the field, right? So that's the only reason I say that they have a chance, because let's just be honest, a lot of teams haven't been consistent. We saw the Chiefs go toe-to-toe with the Bengals. Bengals came out with the win. We've seen the Chiefs early in the season get mollywopped and then go on an 8-game run to win. The Bills have their moments, where they show up big and then they don't. The Patriots, the same thing. They got a rookie quarterback. So, you can't expect too much. That's dope. And then who else? The Colts. That's another team. They're a dangerous team, but consistency has not been there sometimes. So, right now, I don't think they have the number 1 seed locked in for the AFC. The NFC does because it's Green Bay. But the AFC right now, the standings for the playoffs, the Titans at the top, and the wild card weekend would be Chargers at Kansas City, Colts at Bengals, and Patriots at Buffalo. That would be wild card weekend if it stays the way it is.
I mean, I don't know.
And on the NFC,
regardless, I still think that they're rushing him back to the field. That doesn't change.
But the player has a chance to say no too.
No, okay.
Which goes back to what we said. You
they say no, they're getting kicked off the team.
Nah, they're not gonna get rid of
Golly.
Derek. You crazy?
No, they're not kicking him off. But
They get rid of
other
him.
players
You know
are
how
getting
many
kicked
teams would
off.
give up their unborn grandchildren just to get him? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We'll give you
Lord.
every first round pick for the next 10 years. Give us Henry. But June.
I agree with Nikki, you know, to an extent. I mean, they're taking a risk, and if that organization feels like they have a legitimate shot by bringing him in and making him serve as some type of decoy or, I don't know, the heart of that running game, hey, then, you know, best wishes to that squad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they still 11-5. They dealt with all that adversity stuff. So we'll just see how the playoffs turn out. I'm pretty good. Maybe that surgery is not as crazy as we really think it is.
Maybe.
You
I
know?
mean, Adrian Peterson, he came back from a ACL tear or MCL, whatever it was, faster than anybody else has, and was still a problem. So we can see. On another note, Terrell Owens said that he was trying to get on a call with Tom Brady
Like 50 years old.
on the Bucks.
He's like 50.
That's funny. I don't think he would do anything anyways. So I said earlier I wanted to get back to something, and Richard Seymour, I want to say, got selected to he's one of the finalists for the Hall of Fame, and I was very surprised because a lot of ex-Patriot players, especially defenders, don't really make it because their numbers really don't speak out. Even though Richard Seymour does have the most sacks in the playoffs, he has the record for that. But my question to you guys is, should a player be penalized for playing in a system where you're used for your strengths, not your weaknesses?
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
June.
That was easy.
You said, should a player be what? I'm trying to make a sense in my head.
In other words,
Before I give you my answer.
for the Hall of Fame, somebody could say, well, this player is not because, yeah, he won 3 Super Bowls, but his numbers during the regular season didn't stand out because he was part of the system, not like other teams where, like a TJ that's killing it in the regular season. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I mean, this is a different sport, but that type of question kind of throws me into the Dennis Rodman role, right? He went there and he was part of that system, and he utilized his strength into his play was a strength, and that strength wasn't to score points. It was just to serve as what he's there for.
Yeah.
So yes, you bust your ass your entire life to make it to the NFL to serve as that key player in that role. So yeah, hey, I'm with it.
Because whether or not you're in an organization that is already built,
You still gotta perform.
everybody on that team is there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So
on a highlight though, with 79,616 passing yards on Saturday, Drew Lock can pass Tom Brady for the most passing yards in NFL history. Do you think he has a chance?
Ooh, you got a good shot.
Imagine if that happened. The guy that has him on fantasy would be loving it. It'd be like, oh my God, you know. The NFL memes is funny, man. Listen.
Oh, real fast before we do predictions, also, Jalen Hurts made a statement to Washington Football Team to see what is the outcome that's going to happen to the fans that fell into the tunnel. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The Washington team, right? The fans. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
That's highlighted one of my favorite moments this season because they fell, but they got up as if they never fell. It just brushed it off.
Bree,
I would have been down there like, I would have got paid.
That's a flaw in the banister. I would have definitely been down there telling somebody to step on me. Let's just Nikki put something up and said, who did it better? Me and Nikki said Chubb had the better stiff arm. You going with Najee, obviously.
Oh my gosh. No, they both were so great. Cause I love Nick Chubb too, like if it's not Florida State, it's Kirby and Georgia. So I love Georgia too. So I love Nick Chubb in college.
Listen,
No,
Nick Chubb was phenomenal.
he really did that. But I will say Najee they both were amazing. They both did great.
That wasn't the question. It's who did it better. It wasn't that. Were they both amazing?
To me, I
Okay,
can't
you're not answering the question.
I love both.
Okay.
I love both wide receivers. I mean, I love both running backs equally.
Oh, God.
I love both
question.
running backs equally.
All right, so we're gonna go into the prediction. Nikki, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
We can't see her.
I'm sorry, I'm coming back. Go ahead.
All right, so we have week 18, right? So on Saturday, January 8th, we have Broncos. We have the Chiefs at Denver. Nikki.
The Chiefs locked it in. The Chiefs.
Frank.
You said Chiefs at what?
Denver.
I'm going
Broncos.
Chiefs.
June.
He's going to Broncos. Remember, he said he's doing everything.
I'm going with the Broncos. I'm going Broncos. I'm going with Broncos. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Broncos.
And I went Chiefs. Okay, next we have Dallas.
I don't know what thing June is trying to prove, but okay.
Next we have Cowboys in Philadelphia. Nikki.
The Cowboys have to win. Like, get your shit together.
Michael Parsons has COVID too, so.
I went Cowboys.
Okay, Frank.
Cowboys.
Yes.
June.
Eagles.
I'm gonna go Cowboys. Okay. On Sunday, January 9th, we have the Steelers in Baltimore. Nikki. We can't hear you.
Raven.
Okay. Frank.
Ravens.
June.
What everybody else pick?
Ravens.
They picked the Ravens.
She's
not everybody else didn't pick yet. Because we're gonna go Steelers. So you either go Ravens or Steelers. It don't matter. The majority picked the Ravens.
Steelers.
Of course, we're going Pittsburgh. Big Ben's last game. Bengals at Browns. Nikki.
Bengals.
Frank.
You said Burrow's got COVID, right? Or Burrow's is out.
Oh,
No.
Somebody said Burrow's was out. Oh no, I'm going Bengals.
Oh, he's questionable.
Yeah, no, I'm going Bengals anyway.
June.
June needs to go last.
Y'all.
He wants to know where everybody
I
goes.
want to go last. It's only right.
I went Bengals. They have no Baker, no Nick Chubb, or no Kareem Hunt.
He's going down.
I'm going Browns, and my dude Ernest Johnson is gonna have 189 rushing yards. He's gonna have
June has already told us what he's going.
receiving yards, and that's that.
He might change it.
You're right, boy. He might.
Okay, next is we have the Green Bay and Detroit. Nikki.
Oh, Green Bay. Oh, Detroit's the Lions, ain't it?
Yeah, Frank.
Green Bay.
I went Green Bay. June.
The Lions are gonna win because the Packers are already locked it in. Love sucks as a backup, and that's that.
Next we have Chicago and Minnesota. Nikki.
It's my pit bull right there.
Wait, you said the Bears against the Vikings?
Yes.
They're both out, ain't they?
Yeah.
shit. Doesn't matter. Shit, they both out. I don't know. The Vikings can probably win this one. I'm going to Vikings.
Frank,
I'm going Vikings because Kirk Cousins was activated off of he's been activated, so I'm gonna go Vikings.
I went Vikings, June.
Your thing is
June.
muted, June.
What was that? My bad. I had to yell my dog.
Bears at Vikings.
Vikings.
What
Don't ask what everybody else picked. Pick.
what you guys got?
Don't ask what we
No,
got.
I
Vikings.
want to pick opposite from the whole squad.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna I'm not
I
gonna
got-
ask you anymore. I'm not gonna ask you anymore. It's just I'm just gonna ask Frank and Nikki.
No,
Yes, because if you're gonna pick opposite of the whole
I got the
no
Bears.
reason to ask. I wrote that down already. Next
Well, I
is
want to know who's
Washington.
who because
Washington and
How's
no,
that?
Washington at the Giants. Nikki.
How did they play last time? I'm going to watch.
Frank.
Washington.
I also went Washington.
Washington or Giants, June?
I'm going with the
You
Washington.
went Giants.
I'm
So
going Washington this time. I have to with this time. I gotta go Washington. The Giants suck.
Bree.
well, you're not going last anymore. So
Oh my gosh, Bree. That making it so hard.
I have a
Bree,
system.
Bree,
I have a
are you like
system.
the like
system.
It's
the
the last
commander Bree, or
game,
what?
Bree.
Okay, commander.
No, June is just a very difficult person.
Not.
Yes.
Not.
Next is Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval till we die. Come on, Nikki, who you going?
The Colts.
Colts.
Y'all don't love me. I just June, who you go?
I'm going Colts.
Okay. I went Jacksonville. Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since 2014. So I went Jacksonville. Okay.
That's the game Bree about to win. She gonna win it.
I look.
They haven't lost.
So listen, I gotta put Pittsburgh first. So next is Titans at Texans. Nikki.
Titans.
Frank.
Titans.
June.
The Titans locked in. I'm going Texans.
I went Titans.
June about to beat me. You went who? You went Titans?
Titans, yes. Next
Bree
is
about to beat me off of that one thing.
Next is Saints in Atlanta. Nikki.
Oh, all day. Saints.
Frank.
Atlanta.
I also went Atlanta. Frank. I meant June.
Who was the other team? Atlanta. The phone keep breaking up. But what?
Saints.
Oh, I'm going with the Saints.
Okay. Next is the Jets in Buffalo. Nikki.
Bills.
Frank.
Buffalo.
June.
The other team that's not Buffalo.
Jets.
I went Bills. Next is the 49ers and Rams. Nikki.
Rams.
Frank.
You said what's the team again?
49ers at Rams.
I went Rams with this one. I don't know what something said go Rams. So I'm going Rams.
I also went Rams. June.
I'm going Niners.
Okay, next is the Patriots in Miami. Nikki.
Pat.
Frank.
Pats.
June.
The other team that's not the Pats.
I went Pats. Next is Seahawks in Arizona. Nikki.
The Cardinals locked everything in, didn't they? They locked playoff and division. Well, it don't matter. They locked playoff.
They locked playoffs, yes. The only team to lock playoffs and division is Green Bay.
Hold on. Hold on. I need to look at one thing.
And they locked first round bye. So
Who?
but
I know Green Bay did.
Green Bay. No, I don't think the NFC West hasn't got locked yet because according to the standings, the Rams are in first place with winning percentage of 750 and Arizona has 688.
Yeah. The fuck? I can't find the Cardinals. Hold on. Who they playing? The Hawks?
Seahawks in Arizona.
I'm gonna go to Cardinals.
Frank.
Cardinals.
June.
Seahawks is gonna be my dude's last game. He's gonna win it.
I went Cardinals. Next we have Samantha and the Panthers at Brady and the Bucks. Nikki.
But
You laughing at me. Frank.
Bucks.
June.
The team that's not the Bucks.
I love you, Samantha, but I went Bucks. And Sunday night, we have the Chargers in Las Vegas. Nikki.
something going on with the Raiders. They, for some reason, just and they're both in the hunt.
Yep. Whoever loses is eliminated.
They
got the same record too. 9-7, and they both are at 563 winning percentage. They got the same record in the same division. They're about to freaking tear their heads off on that field in Las Vegas.
What's their percentage when they play each other?
So they have the Chargers winning, and they over under is 49.5.
But the Raiders just beat the Colts. And the Chargers have been.
You can't be serious. There's no way.
And the Chargers. Hey, who won their first match?
I'll tell you that right now. The Chargers.
By what?
28-14.
All right, I'm gonna go Chargers. But they're playing in Las Vegas.
That's going to be a bloody game because they already hate each other. Like that's one of like the biggest rivalries is Chargers and Raiders. Frank.
Chargers.
June.
Opposite of the Chargers.
I also went Chargers. And that is it, folks.
There's
Now,
one I want.
Just remember, y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Every team that you guys chose would have won if they had their starting lineup, but they're not. So see you at the end.
not with the AFC. So, fun fact, okay? If the Colts beat the Jags, Raiders, Steelers, Ravens, and the Chargers are all out.
Wait a minute. Say it again.
If the Colts beat the Jaguars, every other team in a hunt is out of the playoffs. There's only one spot left.
Okay.
So
I want to change one of mine.
it's the last one.
Oh gosh, here we go. Hey, end of the week. I mean, end of the season.
We can't.
It's not over.
Things don't change.
We didn't lock it. Ain't like I can change, but it's okay. I'll leave it. It's okay.
But for my shits and giggles, which one you wanted to change?
I want to change. Y'all not gonna guess it.
The Seahawks and Cardinals.
No.
They're gonna win. The Hawks are gonna win.
Colts and Jags.
I think no. You're done, Bree.
I just asked. Which one, Nikki?
The Saints and Falcons. But it's okay. Whatever.
Closing remarks.
Listen, another week now. I got lucky to be home because I was a close contact to somebody. But COVID ramping up, you got to protect yourself. Last week of football, a lot of games still on the helm, a lot of positions still left out there to be locked in. So I'm tuning in all weekend. And again, it's good to be here with you guys. I look forward to it every day. June, thanks for the shirts and the cup. You know what I'm saying? Now we're official tissue. Hopefully we can get some more merch and maybe people start buying it. And don't forget to subscribe and join and follow us.
Listen, it's always like for real. It's always a blessing getting on here. It's a blessing seeing all four of y'all. All three of y'all. I'm the fourth person.
Yeah, the PS coming out of you.
22. For America, listen, welcome to 2022. We are happy y'all here. We're gonna start with right foot. We got merch. Hold on, where my cup at? Sippity sip. Hold on, let me show y'all my t-shirt, y'all. Let me show. America wants to see it. So y'all see my t-shirt?
She said America wants to see it.
America wants to see it. Y'all see that? America, y'all see that? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me show y'all with my cup as well. But listen, it's always a blessing. So we'll see y'all next week. Bree or June, before one of y'all just speak up. Be a leader.
Hey, welcome to 2022. Hope you guys like the shirts, the mugs. It's the least I could do. Since somebody said I'm only on once a week. But 2022, let's go. Success, health, wisdom. That's for all three of us, well, all four of us. God, Nikki got me talking like you now. And for the rest of
That's the NC in you. That's the NC in you. Remember that shit that he just said?
Hey, there's three NCs in here. Some Frank and Bree. Frank an NC at heart, because he a retread. So
whatever.
He NC at heart.
Fair enough.
But
and Bree still better as an AO. She just made it NC.
I'm a great NC.
Cool.
Something
No.
against
I didn't say you was a
Falcons.
bad one. I didn't say you was a bad one. Don't let June, you know, what we got for you. Go ahead, June.
No, that's it. So catch you guys next week. Are we doing? No, never mind. We'll talk offline.
Okay. Before I close out, the Colts play the Jags at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. So let's go Jags. Okay.
Let's go, Duval. Let's go. I want Duval to win, but I need the Colts to win and knock out all these other irrelevant people.
The Chargers play the Raiders later that night. The winner of that game goes straight into the playoffs. The loser goes to eliminations. But if the Jags beat the Colts, you know, let's see what happens because they're about to go. They're about to knock each other's heads off. Then at the bottom,
if the Jags beat the Colts and the Ravens beat the Steelers are still going to be on the bench. Okay.
Yeah. That's not what I was getting into. What I was getting into was the last paragraph. Right.
Live it.
Right. Anyways, you might ask how on earth will the Colts lose to the Jags in the first place? That's what it says at the bottom. Keep in mind, the Colts haven't won a single game in Jacksonville since 2014. So let's go, Duval. Let's go.
When did Peyton leave?
2013.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm putting
it's 2022.
In wins.
To win, they have the Colts have to win. The Jags, we have nothing. We lose or well, we win or well.
Listen, there's 4 major team fan bases counting on the Jaguars right now. Okay.
Bree, was that your closing remarks? I appreciate you.
Huh?
We appreciate you. That was Bree closing remarks. All right, y'all. Bye.
But I didn't do my closing. That was just my little sidebar. It's always a pleasure. Make sure you guys drink your water. Okay, this is my 3rd one today, y'all. This is my 3rd one. So drink water, stay healthy. Make sure you're stretching and exercising. Okay, get some good sleep. Tell a loved one you love them. Make sure you smile every single day. And I hope everyone has a good week. Thank you for listening to Frank Presents Play Call. Bye.
Bye.